Hey, what's up, everyone? Man, what is going on in Utah? So I understand that this guy driving a cross-trek in Canyonlands National Park arrived home to a letter from the Department of the Interior. And man, when he opened up that letter, oh man, did he ever have a surprise. Apparently, the United States Parks Department has a problem with crossover SUVs. And apparently, his Subaru Crosstrek does not meet the criteria for what is considered a high ground clearance vehicle. So this letter stated that he was in violation of United States Code Section 36 of the Code of Federal Regulations, subsection 1.5, for inappropriate use of land, and apparently this designation of a high ground clearance vehicle. Now, this was just a warning letter, but the letter went on to state that future violations could result in forfeiture of the vehicle, a fine of up to $5,000, and up to 6 months in prison. Kind of a steep fine for driving a Crosstrek on government roads. So what constitutes a high clearance vehicle? Nobody really knows. There's no definition in the statutes that I could find defining specifically what a high clearance vehicle is. And this is a dangerous precedent because it leaves a very broad discretion to the park ranger to decide whether or not to seize your vehicle or give you a $5,000 fine or give you up to 6 months in prison. Man, kind of a hefty penalty for driving a Crosstrek on public roads, government roads. And the manufacturers are really pushing these crossover SUVs, whether it's Subaru or Toyota or Honda or Kia or Hyundai, Nissan. Man, the list goes on and on. These limited capability, yeah, you can take them off-road, you can take them on some rough gravel roads, but they're not really high clearance vehicles. But the government's planning on punishing you for driving these things if you take them somewhere where they decide that they're not supposed to be. So I reached out to the United States Forest Service, who controls the trail system in our area. And while no one would agree to go on camera, the information that I was given is that the only national park here in the Black Hills area is Mount Rushmore only. And the difference is that Mount Rushmore, and of course Canyonlands in Utah, is under the jurisdiction of the Department of the Interior, whereas the National Forest Service is under the jurisdiction of the United States Department of Agriculture. And at this point in time, the United States Department of Agriculture is choosing not to enforce CFR 36.1.5. Basically, what that means for us here in the Black Hills, if you drive a Crosstrek of some kind, if you drive a crossover SUV, and you elect to take it down one of our level 3 or higher trails, while foolhardy as that may be, you're not going to get a citation. However, you will be responsible for getting your broken vehicle removed off of the trail, and you will be responsible for the damage to your own vehicle. Basically, they're not going to give you a citation for being a dumbass. And so my advice to you is, if you're going to take a Crosstrek, crossover SUV, anything, Honda Pilot, Honda CR-V, Nissan Altera, any of these crossover SUVs, check with your local governing body having jurisdiction, whether that be the Parks Department, the U.S. Forest Service, and find out for yourself what exactly codes they're going to enforce. And don't wind up getting your vehicle confiscated over an undefined rule with broad discretion. Hope this helps. Man, appreciate y'all for joining me. And just remember, Jeep, just explore every path. Peace out.